Hi students, let's look at this question here, which was taken from the year 2015 PJC, paper 1 question 3. This question was on graphing techniques. So I think the first thing is, what is the first thing? It's given that C has a stationary point x equals to 4. You're asked to find a value of Q and R, so it's fine, I think. Stationary point 4, okay. And asymptote 4x plus R, find Q and R, okay. So the first thing is I would try and see what is this. So this is C, stationary point. This tells me that this will be dy dx. dy dx 0 when x equals to 4. Okay, that's about it. So this is x equals to 4. Then basically what you need to do is just differentiate it, right? And also because this is an asymptote, which is the oblique asymptote, so it means you likely have to do a long division. Okay, let me think, what can I do? How can I do this like quick? Let me think. Dy dx. Okay, so anyway, I was just gonna use maybe I should just do long division first lah. It's easier. Okay, so I'll do the first part here. First part should be quite okay here. So here, this will be 4x squared. X minus q. 4x is 4x squared minus q. Oh, rubbish. This is 4x q minus of this would be 4x and 4qx plus 4q. Okay, so this is 4qx minus 4q squared. So basically this will be 4q squared. So hence y is equals to 4x plus 4q plus 4q squared over x minus q. So basically this is an oblique asymptote. So you can just compare contrast. Okay, this is oblique asymptote. So the OA will tell you that this is OA. Oh my goodness. This is OA. The slant asymptote. So OA is y equals to 4x plus 4q, which is actually 4x plus r. So hence, by comparing the coefficient, 4q equals to r. So your job now is to find what is q. Okay. So if you can't really find q, then you're pretty much messed up, man. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do differentiation. Dy dx will be 0. So this will be 4 minus, the top is a constant, so this is x minus q squared. So when x equals to 4, dy dx equals 0. Right, so substitute 4 in, so you get 0 equals to 4 minus 4q squared over 4 minus q squared. Okay, yeah, then you were able to solve for your q lah. So basically, just take note q cannot be equal to 4 because you render this expression here. What do you call it? Q, yeah, undefined, but just saying, not important. So 1 equals to q squared, 4 minus q squared as such. So this is 4 minus q squared, I think, yeah, 4 minus 8q plus q squared. So this will be q equals to half. Okay, is it? Yes. Rubbish. This is 16, sorry. Yeah, okay, this is 2. So hence r is equals to 8. Yeah, so that's the answer. Okay, so there you go, managed to solve it for the first one. So that's okay. I think then after that to sketch a curve is pretty okay already, because you have all the unknowns and you already did the long division. So just bring out your GC and try and sketch it. So let me write it down here, so it'll be easier for me. I really want to do the last part. I think the last part is a cool one, but we're gonna do this first. So y equals to 4x squared over x minus, what's my q value? Q is actually 2, q minus 2, and OA is actually y equals to 5 4x plus r, 4x plus 8. Okay, and then we'll take us into overseas x equals to 2 lah. So just bring out your decimals and queries. Basically, if you key GC, you only get this one side here. Just be mindful to scroll up, okay, because you have a slant asymptote, very likely two sides you have. So 4x plus 8, 4x plus 8, so y equals to 4x plus 8. Key in your slant asymptote, just make sure that that's the correct equation, because sometimes you may be careless. So it's one good way to double check whether it helps. So then the next one will be x equals to 2 lah. X equals to 2. So this part here is also okay. I think this is quite fun. So this part here, ta-da. So this is your graph. What did they want me to do? I don't even know. Let me check. Sketch. Okay, intersection and so on. Okay, with the axis. Okay, great. So what we're gonna do is actually just gonna sketch this part here lah. This one looks a bit squished, so I'm just gonna save this. Go. Yep, this is a graph you're looking at. So what you're gonna do is just do it like that. Like that. Ta-da. So this is okay. Okay. Then you just label your asymptotes out. So y, and this is x. This is 4x plus 8. This is 0 lah. This x equals to minus 2. X equals to 2. And then you have got this is your mean point that you need to look for. Now this point is important. This point here, very likely you need to know how to find, like very likely a lot of times they will actually test this point here lah. So it's good if you could just label the intersection of the asymptotes, which is actually just x equals to 2. So you sub 2 inside here, you get a y value lah. Okay, so this part here would be 2, sub 2 inside, y would be 16. Okay, then you just scroll up and look for the minimum point. I'm not sure what's the minimum point here. I think it's 4 something. So it says here 432. Okay, so this is 4. The question got give right. Okay, got they go 432. So you get the graph, coordinates of any point, intersection, and so on, stationary point. I think that's it. This would give you full marks, so make sure to get all the full marks there. So y value can take is pretty okay. Set of y value can take just means that as you could see, there's no y value here. There's a void here. So no y values. Okay, actually is here no y values. Just take note of that. So if you don't have y value can take, which just means here y value can take with 432 onwards. Here 0, negative onwards. Okay, so y value can take would just be y negative 32 or y is equal to 0. That's about it. Okay, so check. So this is the answer. Then the last part. Okay, great. This is the one that we need to discuss a bit. This part here may look very cheap, but it's not. Basically, what you need to do is understanding what is the curve that is being intersected here. So if you look at G, this is C. C is 4x squared. So this is your C here, ma. This is your C1 equals to Y1. Okay. So I repeat, this is your C. So it's the intersection of C with what sort of curve is this, right? So let's look at that part 4. So this is x minus 2 square plus 4 x square over x minus q minus 16 over square equals to a. So this part here, what we get is x minus a square plus this is your c minus 16 square, or rather your y1 square equals to a. Okay, where y is c, the curve lah. Okay, so how find the range of it? Okay, great. So this is actually this whole thing here. We know this equation. This looks familiar, right? This is your x minus a square plus y minus b square equals r square. Right, that is actually your equation of circle. So means you're looking at the intersection between this circle and the graph that you just sketched. So what you get is this circle here is the center is actually just a and b lah. The radius on, however, will just be r. Okay, so there's r. So what we radius is r square. Root r. This is root. So this is a. Root a. Sorry, root a. Okay, so that's the radius root a lah. So that's just bear in mind. Now the center here would just be 2 and 16 lah. We know that 2, 16. Like I say, usually they will just come here. So you can just imagine this circle here. It will just extend the circle around, pivot about this point here. Okay, and they want such that it has negative real root. Okay, negative real root means if the circle cuts as such, this is a positive roots. Okay, these are positive roots because it cuts at the positive side of the axis. So what you want now is essentially just you want to cut you want to cut to the negative side here. Okay, so negative side here. So can you imagine what should your a be? So a will increase from here ma. Okay, rightfully this is a. This is a root a, right? Yeah. So what should your radius be so that it will cut in the negative side? You want to cut the negative side, which is this side here lah. So that's how you interpret the question, right? So I will show you how it should work out, like visually. So it looks like that. This is x minus 2 square. You're gonna go, my goodness, y minus 16 square, and y minus 16 square, and this would be a lah. So I'll just add an a. Okay, so with the different value of a, you see that it will just oh my goodness, it's too slow. Maybe I should use r square. Okay, so with a different value of r, we will actually just cut. Okay, but let me. Okay, no, so to 0. Okay, so what you do is with a different value of r, you can see it cuts. So this over here, you will cut. This is positive solution, positive real solution. This is one. This is also positive. Okay, so let me zoom in a bit. This is one positive, and this is 2. So there are 3 positive, and this is 1 negative. So you want it to cut actually more than this part lah. This part here. Here will have 1 negative real root. No matter how, you only have 1 negative real root. So it has to be the length of the radius has to be more than this length here. It has to be more than that length there. That is how you see it lah. It has to be more than this length here. So it will cut once here. Okay. Hope you'll be able to see that. So like that, you see, like that. Okay. So how do you actually find the a? Okay, that is the thing lah. So what we're going to do is actually just going to basically this radius here have to be more than the radius have to be more than the distance between 2, 16 and 0, 0. Okay, so the r will be square. you want a negative root, right? Yeah, so this one be just, this is root a, 16 square plus 16 square plus 2 square. Yeah, so this is root, hence a is bigger than 260. That's about it. Okay. Interesting question. I like this question, but any question just ask, text me. Any question at all. Okay. Any question, so keep practicing. I'll see you in the next video.